Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex review for today. So, a lot of hit and a lot of profit made, hopefully, if you got in at those levels. But anyway, let's start with the Euro USD for today. And this is the first level here, which was on this swing low here on the tail, which was 108.060, and we basically swung back to it and sort of pierced the next level to the downside. So we're looking for shorts, and at the moment 107.567 is the one level, and you will see one or two micro levels on the hour as well, and that is going to be in that area there. So you're looking for a pullback back into 107.569 or alternatively 107.712 for another move to the downside. So long as we keep making sort of lower lows and lower highs, I think you have a pretty strong case for continuation to the downside at the moment. Oscillators also agreeing with that narrative. US dollar Japanese yen, we were looking at a break of the trend line yesterday. We're looking for a retest. The retest did come a little bit higher than what we were expecting. If you look at the hour, the 8 hour, there was the trend there. That's the trend line that we're looking for a break. We've got an inside bar last week. We got another sort of inside, almost engulfing bar here. So oscillators all grouped the upside. So there was really a bit of an opportunity to the downside. So if you look at it on the hour, pretty much nothing transpired. Then back up, crossing over the sort of testing the crossover the moving averages, and then we've gapped down. So what you're looking for today is the confirmation of this. So I would start with a gap. That would be the first opportunity for a short. It's 127.987, and your stop is going to be above the swing high of yesterday. So first part of the session, there was nothing really. We're just testing the trend line here, but we're now holding up on the 155. So this would be a bit of a scalp, a small position, stop up there for a potential reversal. Otherwise, what you're looking at is if that trend line gets broken, which is again in this area, so if we get above this area, we find support here, then you'd be looking for a move to the upside, and then I am going to say we are forming a range. Then it would be a case to the upside, and obviously if we break the high, this swing high of yesterday, that gives us a double top for these two levels here. Bit of divergence brewing as well, so 50-50 call I would say, but first one for me is the trend line break to the downside, this one over here, for another move. There's a small gap here, which is more than likely what your target is going to be. So it'll be something like that, targeting 126.794. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen, we've had a pretty strong move down. Let's get onto the 8 hour. We had a pretty strong move down, and as we expected yesterday, that you're more than likely going to range. And what that has done, or not yet, we need to wait for this 8 hour bar to finish, but you can see from that swing low to this swing low, we've got low, higher low, but look at my oscillators, low, lower low. So that is continuation diversions in the direction of the trend, and the trend at the moment is up. So it does look like it's forming a base, and there is a bit of structure here, right there, you can see, and that's where we've bounced. So if we move down to the hour, you'll see a pretty clear bounce off that area. And as I said yesterday, I'm reluctant to be short with the oscillators like they were, and at the moment that is pretty much our inverse head and shoulders. There's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. So you're looking for a break to the upside of 163.424, and that should give us a continuation on the bigger time frames. It'll be a bit messy. You're going to come up to moving averages, you're going to bounce back, and then you're going to continue sort of zigzagging up. And if we do break below 162.292, then I would expect us to have a bit of a continuation to the downside. It's going to be a tough one because there are multiple levels that you're going to get tangled on. So you can see they're very close together. So I'm kind of more of the opinion that we're looking for a continuation. This has been the pullback. We're looking for the trend line break and retest, which we've got. And now what we're looking for is a break of this previous high. break, retest, then you're looking for the 155 as your first target, pull back, and then you're getting another opportunity to go long. And ultimately what you should be aiming for is something up in this area here, which is 166.435. And lastly, Euro British Pound. So first two 8-hour bars yesterday, excuse me, were pretty much nowhere. So big tails to the downside, then a range bar, and engulfing bar. So that's just a signal of confusion, but take your lead from the oscillators. And as I said to you yesterday, when oscillators are like this, typically there is more than likely a transfer pullback. And that is the narrative for this pair, and it's been like that for almost a year. Get above the 155, and we bounce back to the downside. So that's exactly what's playing out at the moment. You can see the last time this happened, see lots of tails, lots of confusion, and then the sell-off to the downside. So I suspect more than likely a move back down to this area of 0.83663, but at the moment we need to wait for structure, and I don't really see anything on the 8-hour, but I do see something on the 1-hour. So there is the level that we are flirting with at the moment, at 0.84053. So it has formed sort of a kind of a head and shoulders, cup and handle. So there's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder, or alternatively you see that as a cup and that is a shoulder. And then the last thing that you can see it as is a flat bottom triangle. Anyway, whichever way you look at it, this is a consolidation pattern which favors the downside. So what you're looking for is a break and retest of yesterday's, not yesterday's low, but just this one swing low of yesterday, and that is at 0.84053. If you get that, then I expect to move down to 0.83663. Then I would expect another bounce up to come and test these tails here for another leg down to try and attempt to break through this level. And we're probably more than likely going to try and aim for this trend line. Because we are trying to reverse this. We've been trying to reverse the downtrend for quite some time on this pair. But it is messy. But it's nice for day trading, because you get pretty solid moves during the day as well. Anyway, that's kind of my view on Forex. Lots happening. Lots happened yesterday, which played out quite nicely. Let's hope the same happens today. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.